There we go, yeah, it started.
Right. So you've got a bit of thread jam, and the thing is completely locked in place. So what I'm doing is I'm undoing the embroidery frame. I'm taking out the frame, and that lets me lift it up a bit, which means I can kind of see what's going on underneath. I don't know if you can see what's going on underneath there, kind of, if I pull it over. So what I've got is I've got a big jam underneath, and it's all caught here. So I can't actually get the material out, it's not going anywhere, because there's a load of thread underneath it. So what I can do is, if I look in the little bag of stuff, there is one of these, which is a very sharp, unpicky thing. And that should let me, if I get my hands just a little bit underneath, what I should do first is press that button there, which locks everything in place and means nothing's going to start going. Oh no, it's locked everything in place with the press a foot down, which is not what I want. There we are. That means it's not going to start doing anything once my hands are under there. Now I can pass this between the foot and the material and the base of the thing, and just kind of chip away at the threads that are holding it in place. And because what I've got is a big tangle of thread there, which is holding this thing down. And by cutting the threads, quite obviously this particular piece of embroidery is no longer an option, so it doesn't really matter what I'm doing to the embroidery. But what I can do then is get it out, right?
Yep.
So now I've got this overly tangled mess there, but at least I can see what's going on underneath. And that means I can take off the frame and start to attack the big hole. And you can see that I've done this before with the speed at which I'm finding the pieces to undo it. There are 3 screws. There's two on this back part which are of one length, and there's one here which is of a different length. And the absolute key thing to do is not to drop them inside the machine. This is something I've done. It took a long time to find them. So that's one.
Pull your printer out.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And if you look at the top, where the thread is, there's a kind of handy dip for the placing of the screws. Choo 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 choo. Sorry, my hand's right in the way there, isn't it?
I know.
The video, yeah. So what I'm trying to do is undo these. Nearly there. Getting there. God. Yeah, got it. That's those ones done. And the last one. And the reason I'm taking all 3 off at the same time, rather than taking the outermost, this is the outermost one. So you can take this one off first and get this part of the base off, but if you do that, you've got a hole that you could drop the other screws in.
Oh.
So now they're all off, you pull this thing, that gets the bobbin top off. This just pulls off like that, and this pulls off, and the bobbin casing comes out, and you can see exactly what's going on there. I've got a whole bunch of tangle going on there. And get that off. I'm going to remove the actual bobbin just to be sure. And can you see there's a kind of felty bit there?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that's clear as well. So you've got the bobbin holder and the 2 parts of the back plate, and then there's this. And in our little bag of usefulness should be a little brush, I believe. There we are. little brush which I can just use to get the worst bits of gunk out there, because you get lots of little bits of fibre caught up in the insides, which is just not ideal. And oh, a bit there. And
It's like a little red thread somewhere in there.
yeah, I'm not sure if that's thread or if that's electronics. I think that's electronics. I think that's wiring.
One down there. On the,
oh yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
Yeah. I think it's another grey one in there. That.
Okay. Well, I think that's a lot cleaner than it was. Now, let's put it back together. So, to start off with, the bobbin housing here, I don't know if you can see there's a little triangle there.
Triangle.
A little white triangle. Little white triangle,
There,
yeah. And there's a little white dot on that metal piece there. You want those to kind of line up like that.
Right.
Yeah, and if you turn the if you turn the wheel backwards, you'll see the needle comes down and hits the case. Right? But if you turn the wheel forwards, you'll see the needle goes up and down and doesn't hit the bobbin case. And that's what you want to happen. So you need to turn the wheel forwards to check that it's working, but you can actually see that it's doing what it needs to do. And that's good. And then what we'll do is we'll put the rest of the pieces back together. And so you put the back in, like that, slides in, and then the front goes in, like that, and they kind of line up, kind of. Can you see how they're kind of lined up, kind of?
Yep.
And then you work out which of the two screws and which is the one. And you put the screws back in, and then that's that. I think we can stop the video now.
Cool.
I'll say thank you very much.